In this session, we will discuss about interrelationships of different parameter sets. We have discussed about a set y, a, b, c, d, such type of parameters, and now we will discuss about the interrelationships of this parameter set. In this video session, we will discuss about the interrelationship of set parameter with y parameter. Let us see. First of all, y parameter in terms of set parameter. So, bear in mind that you should have the idea about the set parameter network and y parameter network. Also, you should have the knowledge of writing the equations of set parameter and y parameter. So, first of all, in the case of a two-port network, when we are discussing about set parameter, the open circuit impedance parameter is obtained from the equations V1 equal to Z11 I1, Z12 I2, V2 equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. So this is the equation that we need. Similarly, in the case of Y parameter, that is in the case of admittance parameter, that is what is called a short circuit admittance parameter. The corresponding equation is I1 equal to y11 v1 plus y12 v2 and I2 equal to y21 v1 plus y22 v2. Here you should remember the method how can you write the equation, that is in the case of impedance parameter you are relating v1 and v2 in terms of I1 and I2. In the case of admittance parameter you are writing I1 and I2 in terms of v1 and v2. That is the major difference, and the parameters are indicated by z and y. So first of all, take the equation. Here the equations are numbered as 16.1 and 16.2, 16.3 and 16.4. And first of all, from the 16.1 and 16.2 equation, you can write the matrix form as C. Here the first matrix is Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22, and other matrix is I1, I2. Next matrix is V1, V2. So you can write that equation. Okay, this is the matrix form of that equation that we have familiar with it. Okay, so let it be numbered as 1. Here, to find the value of I1 and I2, you can apply the Cramer's rule. You see, you have familiarized with the Cramer's rule in the in the second module for solving the network equation. So, finding I1 will be equal to, how will you write the Cramer's matrix form for I1? I1 is obtained by replacing the first column by this V1 and V2. So, this will be equal to in determinant V1, V2, Z12, Z22. So that is written here, okay. Divided by, next we will take the determinant of this matrix, that is equal to Z11, Z12, Z22, Z21, Z22. So we will take the ratio of these two matrices. And so the numerator matrix is obtained by replacing the first column by V1 and V2. And the denominator matrix is the determinant of this matrix, that is set parameter matrix. Let us represent that denominator by delta Z. So we will get I1 will be equal to V1, determinant of V1, Z12, V2, Z22 divided by delta Z. Similarly, I2 will be obtained by replacing the second column by this V1 and V2. So we will get Z11, V1, Z21, V2 by delta Z, where delta Z is the determinant of this set parameter matrix. Okay. So now you have different equations for I1 and I2. See here, the I1 can be solved as I1 will be equal to, what is the value of this? This is, you can cross multiply this. You can find the determinant. Okay, that is V1 into Z22 minus Z12 into V2 by delta Z. Similarly, I2 will be equal to Z11 into V2 minus V1 into Z21 divided by delta Z. So instead of I1, you can write a Z22 by delta Z into V1 minus Z12 by delta Z into V2 by V2. That is first equation. Similarly, I2 will be equal to, by cross multiplying the determinants, that is minus Z21 by delta Z into V1 plus Z11 delta Z into V2. So these are the I1 and I2 equations. So now you have to go to the equations for the y parameter equation, that is I1 and I2, that is 16.3 and 16.4. So this 16.3 and 16.4 is compared with this equation, so 16.13 and 16.14, that is here I1 equal to in terms of V1 and V2. So here you can compare the previous 16.3 equation. Here this will stands for y11. So you can write y11 will equal to Z22 by delta Z, and here it stands for y12, that is y12 equal to minus z12 by delta z, and this stands for y21. Therefore y21 equal to minus z21 by delta z. Similarly, y22 equal to z11 by delta z. So you have to remember this equation. So this is the interrelationship of y parameter with z parameter. That means here y parameter is expressed in terms of z parameter. Okay. So this is the way you have to do the derivation. Okay. So y11 equal to z22 by delta z. y12 equal to minus z12 by delta z, y21 equal to z21 by delta z, y22 equal to z11 by delta z. So this is the equation that is relating y parameter and z parameter. Similarly, you can also find out z parameter in terms of y parameter. Okay. So that is obtained by here. For that, here to get the relationship of z parameter in terms of y parameter, you are taking the 16.3rd and 16.4th equation, and you will write the matrix form. Here matrix form is y11, y12, y21 and y22. That means v1 and v2 is taken here, and that will be equal to i1 and i2. So you can apply the Cramer's rule to find v1 and v2. So v1 will be equal to, when we are applying Cramer's rule, this column is replaced with i1 and i2. So i1, i2, y12, y22, that is here, divided by determinant of this admittance matrix that is given here. So that can be represented by delta y. Similarly, v2 equation is obtained by replacing the second column with i1 and i2. So you can write this equation. Okay. Here delta y is determinant of this y11, y12, y21 and y22. So here, to write the equation of v1, you can find the determinant. Okay. That is i1 into y22 minus y12 minus i2 divided by delta y. Similarly, v2 is also obtained in the same manner. So you can write v1 equal to y22 by delta y into i1 minus y12 by delta y into i2, and v2 equal to minus y12 by delta y into i1 plus y1 by delta y into i2. And you numbered this equation as 16.15 and 16.16, and this is compared with equation 16.1 and 16.2, that is the z parameter equation. That is, from that equation you can find that this parameter will be equal to z11. So you can write z11 equal to y22 by delta y. z12 is this quantity, that is minus y12 by delta y, and z21 is this quantity, that is minus y21 by delta y, and this is z22, that is y11 by delta y. So this is the equation for z parameter in terms of y parameter. So this is the method to obtain the interrelationship between y and z parameter. So in the examination you may be asked for finding any one of this. So you should proceed in this manner. So that's all about this interrelationship, and next we can derive the equation for ABCD parameter and z and y parameter relationship between that. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.